Hi guys, well today I'm going to be taking Rexy to the vet. Not to worry though, it's not for anything serious. I'm just going to get her claws clipped because she is a massive diva and won't let me do it. But it got me thinking about how I make any visit to the vet with Rexy stress-free for both her and me. Now I have 5 easy tips to make a visit to the vet as stress-free as possible for your cat. The first one is to get your cat familiar with the carrier that you're going to take them in to the vets with. Now this can be done in various ways. You can either have the carrier just lying around the house as an extra napping option, or you can do what I do, which is for a few days before the appointment I just have the carrier around sort of where Rexy frequents. So it's been next to her feeding bowl, it's been not next to but near her litter tray, and it's also just been around where she likes to sit and sleep. She's quite familiar with it now and isn't scared of it. She gets a bit nervous when I get out first, but then she familiarises herself with it and she's fine. The second one is to plan your journey well. Now with Rexy I'm actually very lucky because the vet's is a very short walk just down the road from where we live, so I walk with the carrier. But a lot of people travel with their cats in the car. Now a car can be quite a scary place for a cat as it's unfamiliar and can be quite loud. So if you are travelling with your cat in the car, try travelling at a quiet time of the day, so less traffic. If that isn't possible, a good idea is to get your cat familiar with the car. So let them have a sniff around and a bit of a rub and explore it a bit, either a few days before the vet's visit or just periodically. Say when you're cleaning out your car, let your cat just have a bit of an explore. Now when actually travelling with your cat, make sure that if you have music or radio on that it isn't on loud, and if you can, travel with another person who can sit with your cat and just reassure them and pet them in the back of the car. When I walk with Rexy, I try to go at quiet times of the day, but if that's not possible I take a really quiet route which is down sort of back streets and away from the main roads and away from schools. If you are travelling with your cat in the car as well, you can also try playing one of our Relax My Cat relaxing tracks. We have an anti-stress track and one specifically for just before the vets. Give it a go. The third one is less stress waiting. Now one of the most stressful parts about going to the vet is going to be in the waiting room, especially if there are other animals and especially if there's dogs. This is an unfamiliar place to your cat and there's lots of scary noises and smells. So as much as you would love to get your cat out of the carrier and give them a cuddle, it is most important to remember to leave them in the carrier. This will help them feel a little bit more secure and a bit more safe. Now you can try covering the carrier with a towel or blanket from home. Not only will this help your cat feel a bit more secure and safe, but the smell that will be enveloped in the carrier will help them feel just a little bit more relaxed. I also use a feline pheromone spray with Regs and her carrier. I just give it a quick spray just before she goes in. This is a synthetic feline pheromone that reinforces a sort of atmosphere of calm and familiarity. I use this when Rag gets particularly stressed if we have family around. It's just a really nice way to keep your cat nice and calm. The fourth one is soothing tones. Now there's no getting away from the fact that if you're taking your cat to the vet, they're going to get poked and prodded and probably not going to be very comfortable. So a great thing to do is while they're on the veterinary table is to sort of give them a bit of attention, rub them slightly, give them the fuss and talk to them in like soothing, encouraging tones. This will just really help reinforce the safety with you and your voice. Cats pick up from our energies, so if we're feeling stressed or anxious, they're going to feel that. Another great way to do this is if you do have a towel or blanket from home, maybe let them sit or stand on it while on the veterinary table. Smell is really important to cats when it comes to security and familiarity, so if they are in this unfamiliar surrounding but have the smell of their home, it might help them feel just a little bit more calmer. And the fifth one is overnight stress. Right, if your cat's having to stay overnight, that can be stressful for both you and your cat. You have to remember to leave something with your cat that is familiar and something from your home. This can either be a cushion, a blanket or a toy, or it can be all three, depending on what your cat finds the most relaxing and the most familiar. Thanks for watching guys, I really hope you found these tips useful. If you do have any extra stress-free veterinary tips for your cat, please feel free to share them in the comment section below, and who knows, Rex might see one that she really likes and you might win a Relax My Cat t-shirt. Thanks for watching guys, if you did like it please give us a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, hit the big red button to subscribe. Thanks guys, me and Rex will see you next week. I think she knows she's going to the vets because she's staring at me with a very suspicious look.